Charles Pollard, the son of Professor Pollard, has sent me a letter. In the letter he writes about a newly found temple in Mexico. A so-called chamber of division is supposed to be hidden in the temple, and exactly in that holy place, one legendary stone, Diluvium gem, should be. Hey gang, I am Izzy Noodles. Welcome to another walkthrough with the Mayan Relic. So it's the Diluvium gem we'll be finding by the end of our adventure. Okay, somewhere in Mexico, 2008. So I guess there was some years between the note that was in the beginning and now. The note said 1996. So we've got some flares straight away, and our first challenge is to actually get out of here. We're stuck behind this gate. So we can shoot this, and best to shoot that higher one as well. And then just pull this maybe 5 times. Okay, so with these wheels, the gates are always trying to come down the moment you let go. So do a roll, and you're pretty guaranteed to get out of there. So now in this section, we're actually pretty backwards and forwards. Open a gate to pull the switch behind the gate, to then pull the lever that's behind that gate, and so on and so forth. So while I'm here, I'm pointing out this section. There's another gate and a lever up there, but firstly we're just heading over to here. Now if you're on this tile you will slide, but you are fine. You suddenly see the lava and panic, so don't worry. So straight across the lava pit, and now let's show you the gates in the area. So there's one that I've already shown you, there's 2 on this wall, 1 on this wall, and down in this area there's 2 blocks that can be removed to open up other areas as well. So I've come down here just to pull this lever. Okay, first gate is open. So that's this one over here, and this is possibly the most challenging part of this first level. We've got spikes everywhere. So the moment you run into this gap, you activate some wall spikes as well. So the wall spikes are not instant death like the floor spikes. They will take health off you, so be careful of that. So I'm gonna just take the damage. Whoops. Okay, I didn't time very well. Okay, that did not go well, but whatever, it's fine. So we've got this jump switch. Go ahead and pull this. And I'm sorry, the bin trucks are outside collecting the neighbours' bins, so it's a little noisy outside. Okay, so what that jump switch did is turn off that last spike. Okay, so we can go ahead and pull this lever safely. So that's opened the next gate. So getting out of here is not nearly as tricky. I'm going to save my game anyway. As I've said, this can be pretty frustrating. I forgot to stop. Yeah, it's easy to misjudge and just make simple mistakes. Stop here, wait for that one, and then you can go. So coming out of that is pretty tricky. You only have to stop on that one spot. So yeah, that's my health. Could be better. I made some silly mistakes, but the rest of the game, this level, is pretty much okay. We'll be fine. So that's opened this next gate up on the same wall. Okay, in we come. We do have some lava, but easily avoided, so just do a running jump over to this safe tile, pop up and open the doors. So now this bit looks trickier than what it actually is. I was spending some time trying to jump over these wooden tiles. These are breakaway tiles. So all you gotta do is just hop over and then jump up and grab these monkey bars. So you can see the blatant spike traps on the ground, so you can't touch the ground. Okay, all the way along to this next lever. Okay, next gate is now open and we can safely get out of here. I'm walking because there's a low ceiling. It makes me make more mistakes, especially when I need to jump over a gap like that. Okay, back out again. So it's lowered a block in that lowest area now. Just looking to line myself up. I don't want to make any mistakes. Well, I already did. That's not where I was aiming for. I don't want to overshoot, you see. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. I want to be on this tile because I find it easier just to hop over from here. Other people might just not see the difference, but I just prefer to. So come to the right. If you go to the left, that's actually caved in, so you are forced to come around this way. We've got some flares just sitting there, and we can push this as far as it will go. Okay, and now this next block. And we can enter this room. So, in this room, for now you can't really see very well from down here, but behind the grating there's actually 5 gates that are concealing a lever. And we have 5 levers in this room that open and close various of those gates. You have to get the correct combination. So I will just go ahead and tell you the combination. I won't, explain, this lever opens gate 2 and closes gate 3, etc., whatever. So you do have to get the correct combination. So there is 1 lever down here. This is the only lever on this lowest level. So now head on up this ladder to the next level. So there's a lever in that corner there. We don't need to pull that. Jump across, and we've got 2 levers in the middle. We actually do need to pull both of these. So let me just turn around. You can see a little bit better the gates through the grate just there. Okay, and now that is all of the gates open. So there's the 5th lever in that corner as well. So now come on in and pull this lever. Right, so now let's go and drop down and head over to that section that we've just opened up. Okay, so this is shootable. So shoot that gong. That is number 1 of 2. We need to shoot another gong for the action to happen. So now just come to the right hand side. As I've said, this is actually a dead end. You can't come around this way. But we do have this lever. This is a timed lever, and it's quite a tight timer. You do have to make your jumps pretty spot on. Not much room for error. So press the look button to remove all the camera angles. I know where we're heading to, so I've just gone and removed it anyway. So you can pull it again if you prefer. I'm forgetting to sprint because I'm talking. I might not make it. Well, there we go. Okay, so we opened this with that timer. Okay, and here's our second gong. So just hop forward, otherwise Lara won't shoot this for whatever reason. There we go. And that's opened the next gate. So I quite like this. I've always said I'm not a fan of backtracking, but I don't mind if it's actually, you know, a small area like this. We're not going far, so I quite like this because you get to know the area as well. So this can be a tricky jump if you want to minimize your damage. Otherwise you can just jump straight on down. You can't really grab very well because of the sloped edges. But you can jump down, take some damage, you'll not die, unless your health is pretty low. But there's a block, which I can't really show you, that's just on the other side of this section, but it's tricky to get over because of the low ceiling. So do your best. A roll in the air is potentially best. No, I missed, I was too close. Yeah, it's easier to just not go over than it is to go over and miss the block entirely. You see? So maybe I'm angled too much. There we go. So yeah, you gotta not aim so much towards the ceiling. Aim left a bit more than what you think. So I've come over here because this gate is now open. Okay, and now that block in the lower section has been removed and we can move on to there. So we're leaving this little area now. We can head somewhere else. Okay, in we come. So this place immediately seems like a maze, but it's not at all. Straight ahead is an immediate dead end. To the right is an immediate dead end. And it's really easy to see where you're heading to. So in this section we can see this jump switch, so go ahead, pull this. And all that did was open these doors for us so that we can easily get out. Right, so now in this area the main goal is to get a torch and light this wall lamp, this wall torch, so that we can open the gate and move on to there. Firstly, I'm coming to the left hand side. We can go to the right as well, but we need to come to the left first. Crawl under the rocks. Straight up here. Okay, so we see a gate behind me. There's a lever in there. We've got these two levers as well. So you can hear that's opened the gate behind me. Let's go ahead and pull this one too. So that's actually turned off a flame that's in the right hand section. So I will be heading there in a moment. Turned off the flame for a reason. Okay, now pull this now we can. And this is lever 1 of 2. We can see that, you know, it's shown as an angle, but nothing's happened. So let's carry on. Okay, now heading around to the right hand side. Again, under the rocks. Okay, and this tile, this up tile here, did have the flames on it. So we've turned the flames off, and that's given us access to this lever now. So lever 2 of 2, you can see a block has raised. Okay, before I climb the block, I'm just gonna pull out this small block here because we're gonna grab the torch now. So it's easier just to move this now, and then we don't have to drop the torch to move it again. So this is where we're going to light the torch. There we go. So come on down. Light this. Easy peasy. So we still need the torch. Bring it with you. Just, oh, I wanted to throw it a little further forward. Okay, drop it down so that we can pull the lever. Okay, that has opened the gate. And now again, I'm just going to drop the torch so that I can go and grab an item. And you want to watch the ceiling because we've got small gaps like this, and Lara can bang her head and just fall down. So you do want to be very careful. So just at the end, straight down here, there's some shotgun shells. And that's it. That's all I wanted to grab. Okay, so if you did happen to leave your torch at the top and you've realised you still need it, you can return this way. You see we've got one of the wheels up there as well. There's a gate just next to that. You can return to grab your torch that way. That was pretty close to overshooting. Okay. So grab your torch, and we do need to get this up to the higher level now. So we need to make some intricate jumps across the lava to get ourselves up to the higher columns. So yeah, this whole level can be pretty dark, this room especially, but we've got the torch so it kind of makes it easier, but it is tricky to see. So we've got flares as well if you need them. Whoops, okay. Okay, here we go, we're on the higher sections. So with the torch, we need to light 3 things. 2 are these circles on the ground, and you want to be careful where you stand, whoops, because above this section there's a sword in the ceiling, there's a few. So you want to be careful. Don't want to be too close to that circle either. Okay, That's one. So to jump across with the torch, just watch the ceiling. We don't have a gap here, so it's safe just to go ahead. Jump across like so. You'll not bang your head. So, okay, the reason we're lighting all the stuff with the torch now, we've got 3 gates through there. So we're going to open the gate with each thing that we light. So we've opened one. So that's what we're doing with the torch. Forgot to mention. Okay, here's another circle tile. Okay, and the next thing we're lighting is actually the statue. Okay, so we've got some flame emitters now as well. You want to be careful trying to get past these. Still need the torch though, so be sure to bring it with you. We do have water, so just slowly step on down, and Lara will keep the torch above the water line. Nice. Okay, so go ahead and light this. Okay, and that's dropped the trapdoor. We don't need the torch anymore because we have a ladder that we need to climb up now. Okay, so in this room, I'll hop up to here to show you a little better. We've got this small block on that odd tile. We actually want to move it onto this next odd tile just behind me. It's the same image, but we've got a few gaps along the way. We need to raise up these blocks so we can move that along. Also, while we're in here, do be careful of the hole that you just entered the room by. Try not to fall down. So first thing we can do is pull out this block to use. Place that in the first gap. Nice. And also we have a very sneaky block in this corner that we can push. So push this in, and that will reveal a lever. Nice. We've opened up a gate, so we have 3 gates in this area actually. The main gate that we're trying to open is that one. That will lead us up to the next level. So we've opened up this. Let's head on in. I'm unsure why they're shaking, that doesn't make sense to me. But pull this lever. Okay, we've lowered that block, but we've also activated these traps. So you gotta be careful. These can be inconsistent. You see the wheel just here? This often doesn't go all the way to one side. Often it just kind of sticks to the right hand side, which is kind of annoying. And the spiky potatoes don't always do damage, but sometimes they do. Yeah, you gotta watch what you're doing. So you gotta see that this pendulum is not in the middle of the tiles, it's on the tile seam. So you've got to be careful of that. Mind the potatoes, they mostly just push you. Especially on this right hand side of the room, that's what I've noticed. They don't really damage you when you're on this side. Nice. So we picked up a key that can be used in this corner. And that's opened the gate on the opposite side of the room. So you'll see there's not a lot in the room, so you do have to take a good look, but we do have a lever and we have this block that can be moved. So I'm going to push the block in between the other columns so that I can pull the lever. Okay, so now we've lowered one of the wooden panels, we can head on down. So that one is this one right here. Come on in. Okay, and we can see we have two jump switches, one on the other side of the fence here. So let's go ahead and pull this one. So we have one block raised, and the jump switch actually did something else as well. It opened up this gate. So here you might want to save your game to save having an accident, because you can get yourself stuck. You'll have to reload. So the gap that I've just hopped looks like a spike trap. You can't get out from it, but there's no spike trap. And my suspicion is this also is supposed to be a spike trap. You probably have to jump in time quick enough to get over here. So I do suspect they are supposed to be spike traps, but they don't act as traps. They're just plain tiles. Okay, so as we come on up, we can see we're on the other side of the fence, and there's the other jump switch. So before I make my way to that, just turning around, we can see this ladder. There is a secret at the top of this ladder. So one secret per level for this game, 2 levels of the game. And for some reason in the statistics it says there's 38 secrets. So I'm not sure why, but only 2 secrets chime. Okay, so we can't go ahead and grab that ladder. The gap is too small to be able to actually hop onto that. So angle yourself to grab this. Make your way down, and now we can go up and grab that next jump switch. Nice. The section is complete. So let's head on out, and then we'll be able to move our smaller block all the way across to the odd tile. Nice. So stick to the left hand side, because we'll have a boulder that's going to come crashing down. We also have a lizard enemy, so grab your shotgun. Usually that just takes 3 shots, I swear it does. I could be wrong, but that took more than I was expecting. Okay, never mind. So we have this lever now. Okay, and now we can just drop on down here and enter the next level. Awesome stuff. So thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying this so far, and I'll hope you join me again for the final part. I hope to see you there. Take it easy.